back in 1924, but renovated in 2002. There's a look inside venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Chicago Bears. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Throwing on first down is Allen. That's taken in by Duvernay. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
10 yards.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
First down, Buccaneers.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Right back to him on first down. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
4 receivers now. 3 to the right, 1 to the left. 2nd down and 4. Now Allen being chased out left. There's the Penn State man. It's Chris Godwin. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 28. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 as they got it to the 28-yard line. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the first.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and a yard.
Now Allen. Forced out to his left. He'll run it, and he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Josh Allen, very athletic at 6'5", showing the versatility, picking up the first on the scramble.
Tampa Bay.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Allen. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool him, right? Tried to trick him. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now. So on 4th down, on comes the Buccaneer kicker, Matt Gay, from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And Gay knocks this one through. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
Matt Gay to kick off for Tampa Bay.
After the made field goal, Gay back out there to kick it off. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. He sets up the screen to Jones. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Right there, 54, right there, 54.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 11 yards there, first down.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Wide receiver.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Open man is Komet, the tight end. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. On third down, Wilson going to let one fly for Robinson. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up fourth down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Throwing on second down. Allen buying time to his left. Now he'll square up and throw. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That goes for a gain of 31. And on this challenge, the refs have to take a peek and see whether or not the receiver was able to dot the I with both feet,
while making sure that he possesses the football all the way through the catch.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Jones with a first down carry, and he's going to wind up losing a couple as he's stopped behind the line.
This defense is really pulled around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
On 2nd and 12, Allen. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks. It doesn't matter what you call a position. It's who you put there, and there we saw completion.
They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive alive.
And the Buccaneer first down. So the shotgun snap to Allen. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Touchdown,
Chris Godwin. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bucs have taken the lead.
It is good.
And he puts it through.
Makes the score Buccaneers 10, Bears 3. Matt Gay to kick off for Tampa Bay.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10.
Let's make these babies cry. Let's make these babies cry on the way back.
Right there. 54, right there. 54, Mike. Watch the tree.
From the gun, it's Wilson. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. After the penalty, it's Jones. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
2nd and 7.
2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
They go play action now. Wilson into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Levante David, and they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
They'll start with the option. Quick pass out to Miller. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Airs it out toward the corner of the end zone. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. O.J. Howard, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3.
The score, Buccaneers 17, Bears 3. Matt Gay to kick off 4.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. Fielded near the back of the end zone, and Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25.
Their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that? Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down.
10 yards to go.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is third and long. From the shotgun to give to Jones. And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up fourth down. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. Gay's kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 17. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Big loss here as he's taken down. Shaquille Barrett. He's the one who runs him down, and my goodness, that is just a disastrous loss for this offense. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's second and a country mile. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. Anthony Averett picks it. A great pick, nice return, but you know he's just beating himself up inside for not getting all the way in.
No doubt about it, because he had visions of end zone in his mind. Going to be the total hero, but we did see there the emphasis on it's not just good enough to pick it off.
And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Josh Allen, his third touchdown of the game, number 9 on the season. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead.
Instead of having to play follow the leader there, the leader led.
I like that. And he likes that, doesn't he? First and goal, let me do the job.
Because you know when he falls into the end zone after falling behind those big guys who pushed up front, that's a pretty good celebration, isn't it?
Gives him a little street cred in the locker room, too, doesn't it?
Street cred, and then when they go out to dinner afterwards, he's still picking up the check.
Yeah, this is going to put him back with not great field position.
So they really... Right, sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return, then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Now the toss to Jones, running right. And he's going to lose yardage here back at the 8. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Steps away to his left. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Makes it 3rd and 5.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. And he's got his man, Hilton. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15.
I know you're trying not to scoreboard watch, but you only got 3 points. You're kind of hoping that type of play there gives you some positive momentum going into the half.
Yeah, need to do something to get more than that 3 number that they have on the scoreboard right now. And he'll get this up to about the 40. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up
from the shotgun, Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And he is such a tough quarterback to defend because you got to remember, arguably, he's more dangerous outside the pocket than he is in it. But how about the job they did defensively to stay with the receiver and knock the ball away? I think they had a sigh of relief there because oftentimes when he gets outside the pocket, big plays result downfield.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Shaquille Barrett in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it will be 4th down. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. They'll indeed go for it with Wilson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
At the 41-yard line.
So after the INT, it's Allen. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
Allen's pass.
6 yards on the pickup, and it's a 2nd down. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Devin Duvernay, the intended receiver.
And it's 2nd down.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
Dancing to his left. He'll try and run it. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. is Allen on third. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down.
A gain of 11.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
First down.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And that is incomplete. Stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
It's 2nd down and 10.
So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. And Gay knocks this one through. And that'll push the lead from 24 up to 27. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Wilson. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Another first down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
45. Mike, 45. If you don't get this one, you think you won't get this?
Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
When you're trying to create space for your running back, the first thought is how physical is the offensive line. Sometimes it's just positioning. On that play, it didn't matter about positioning or being physical. The defensive front, they out-leveraged them and won the battle.
Well, the 2nd down throw on target. He's got the and he fumbled it. It's on the ground, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Here's Allen following the fumble recovery. Being chased out left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. Got out of the pocket, didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it, live to fight another down.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
And it brings up 3rd down.
Allen going to throw. Forced out to his left. He may try and run for this. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down and a 21-yard gain. On play action, Allen. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball. He was looking for Chris Godwin that time. That'll bring up second down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Looking downfield for Godwin. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And this offense continues to pour it on.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Good word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right. All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. So where do you get symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
They'll go again to Jones. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
Brings up 3rd down.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the gun, Wilson. And he finds a man on a crossing route.
Good.
And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Operating from the gun, Wilson. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Sean Murphy Bunting. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now Allen going to back away and call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. From the gun, it's Allen. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Looking downfield for Godwin. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Well, they'll get the yardage, but they hate to see him take that hit.
You're always trying to cool off a big-time guy throwing the ball, but you have to know when to back off, pull up, and not hit him. There's the penalty.
He's going to take another shot here. This is caught inside the 15. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory.
First and
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And this Buccaneer offense, they're running away with this one. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
44, Bears 3.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
45.
Wilson now from the gun on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete.
Wilson's pass intended for Allen Robinson. Incomplete.
There's Britton Colquitt now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Fielded at the 43. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. Back now at Soldier Field. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself. But you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. They were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. Allen hit. He lost the football. But I think the Bears have recovered. They have.
And this is where you need the quarterback to morph into being a running back. The ball can't be away from his body. It can't be loose. It can't be held like he's going to throw it. Tuck it away. Take care of it because he's going to run through a lot of traffic.
And if he doesn't take care of it, we're going to see less design runs like that. Going to let one fly for Robinson. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
2nd and 10. It's Wilson again. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And that's gonna be incomplete. Wilson. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Now Wilson on 3rd down. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Check right. Mike's 50. Got it. 50.
To throw again is Wilson. It's caught. Jones. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Aaron Jones, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bears use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Zerline connects on the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, a broadcaster?
No, I'm not going to go to the player part because when I think blowout...
Because you won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out. And no one wants to go back to those memories. But, when I was calling college football, I saw a game that, a team put 70. I actually saw it happen twice. A team put 70 on their opponent. And in the NFL in the 2017 season, I saw one of those changing of the guard games where a team that hadn't been very good before now was dominating and kicking around a team who had been ruling their division.
And that's into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. From the gun, Wilson. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Levante David. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
Number 32, the
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
A gain of 15.
15 yards on the play, first down. Here's Allen. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
Allen's pass.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
Pickup. Brings
A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. This is caught. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
To O.J. Howard.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
3-yard line.
They'll try to run this one in. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
Gay to kick off for Tampa Bay.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
Bears take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And last time, one-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Now this is Hilton on the receiving end. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They'll come out in a 4-receiver look. 3 men to the right side on 2nd and 6. They go play action with Wilson. Buying time to his left. The ball comes out, and the Buccaneers have it.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. There to stop him was Darius Leonard. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Now a handoff looking right. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Calling a loss of 6 on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That'll back them up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
Loss of 2 yards brings up 4th down. Today's final score.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things